Youth unemployment is a global issue, and Africa is not an exception. More than 60% of young people in Africa are unemployed, so which lets nobody indifferent. We are a group of young entrepreneurs who created an education and job recruitment agency named Sky, meaning that Sky is only the limit. So thank you very much for offering us this opportunity to tell you about our agency. So my founder is going to tell you more information about the agency.
The goal of Sky is to empower skilled and unskilled young people between the age of 18 to 25 to get their dream jobs and create their own businesses.
What makes Sky specific is that in addition to the vocational and soft skills that we offer, Sky offers a platform for mentoring, coaching and job creation programs. Moreover, we organize workshops to discuss about employment issues, and we have a credible list of employable skilled youth for companies.
In the past 2 years, Sky has succeeded in planning 800 young people in permanent jobs. We have trained 1,500 both in the vocational and soft skills. Sky has helped hundreds young professionals to build their own startups.
We believe that your vision as the African Development Bank perfectly matches with our goal. We have seen the African Development Bank powerful commitment towards the promotion of the Greek economy in Africa by putting the young people at the heart of all your projects. By funding Sky, you do not only help the young entrepreneur in Africa to expand business opportunities for other young people, but we will be collectively building the Africa that we all want to see in the future. Thank you.
Do you know that in the world of doors, Africa is a continent populated by white people with no African identity? Do you know? So how do you want our kids to grow up being proud of our African identity? Our contribution to a fact, the fact is there's no black doors, no doors with African outfits in our market. So our contribution is Ajoke. Ajoke is a company that we created, and we are contributing to the restoration of our African identity. We have designed black doors, beautiful African black doors, entirely outfitted with our African clothes, and we are producing and selling those doors in Africa. So far, we have produced 5,000 doors since 1 year that we are performing. And we have in our folders 20,000 pieces that we need to deliver. So we have orders. So we contemplating to expand our company so that we can achieve and deliver those doors to to the people that need them. So we need to deliver those laws in 6 months' time. So we are facing a challenge, a financial challenge, and we need your support.
So our jobs are currently manufacturing in Africa, where we employ 7 people who have 20 family, and government. So before we starting, people don't know where to buy African dolls with black skin, African outfits. Now, you have bring a solution. You have changed something in our environment. Our team consists of the manager director, the marketing manager, the finance head office, and we working with people. We working with artisans. They are the staff who work exclusively with their hand. They add the creativity. They bring the creativity, and we work with them. So now, what we would like to do with you, what do we waiting of you? Would you like to take this challenge with us? To provide our financial support, so that each African parent will be soon able to transmit their African heritage to their kids from the early age. Thank you.
Mahmoud Nayale Bari. I'm the Vice President in charge of sensitization at the NGO called Peace and Prosperity Promoters.
I am Adolf Nambafa. I am the president of the NGO meaning 3P, that's Peace and Prosperity Promoters.
I am Ibrahim Khalil J, the Vice President in charge of education of 3P.
Okay, thanks. Before starting, we want to share you some philosophy, including in a song, but begging you so that you listen to us. No trouble warning, no killing people. We were born to enjoy our love together. No killing people, no employee. We were born to enjoy our love together. Thanks for your attention. I think this song means everything that we're going to talk to you. Why we talk about the troubled world, while we sing about the unemployment people, is the reality that we are living in our country. Like you watch in TV, radio, you hear everywhere, CIR are in trouble, in really community trouble. And I'm going to talk to you about the name of our NGO and the meaning. The meaning, the name is 3P, like we are here. The 3P mean, the first P is mean peace, the second P is mean prosperity, and the third P it mean promoter. It means that we are promoting peace and prosperity together. So all it's happened because everything has a story. During the war that happened in the country, I was running away. By running away, I was received by my friend Barry, who is a Muslim and Christian, but I was surprised because my house burned. He received me. Then we began to talk about our country. That's what we're going to do. Say, what we have to do is to promote peace, and by thinking about it, we are looking for the real roots of our problem.
As you said, exactly, this is what we were doing, and we have started a new project that Mr. Khalil will talk a little bit about.
Our survey performed with the top 50 enterprises in our country. Employing 500,000 people showed us that 6,000 people jobs are not filled. After that, we made 2 universities that accepted to change their curriculum in order to meet the company's needs. Today, 95% of the students from those 2 universities are employed right after their graduation. We also sensitized with some leaders, social and religious leaders in troubled areas, which help us to make a peace.
So, as my president said, people are dying in Sierra. There is Boko Haram in Nigeria. All those things are happening because young people are jobless. 90% of the people engaged in those violences are young people. That's why we have decided to fight violence and terrorism through education, sensitization, and youth employment. So our first project took us only $20,000. Thanks to this project, we have been able to provide jobs for 500 young people who are no more engaged in violence and terrorism in their countries. That's why we want you to give us a grant of only $500,000 US. That will help us fight what we cannot achieve by spending millions of dollars in peacekeeping. So we think peace and prosperity are possible, and we want each of you to join us in our fight against violence by becoming a peace and prosperity provider. So if you want to join us, please say yes to activities and come for the group picture singing that peace and prosperity are possible. So thank you for your time, and please join us for this picture. Then we'll take questions from you. Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for coming to our presentation. First, I would like to talk about a saying from ancient period. One of the biggest philosophers say, man is a political animal. When we come to the issue of man, it is man with the great H, man and woman. It means that politics is the issue of man and woman. And when you look at the structure of the human being, the human body, you will see that we have our head at the right place, our leg, our foot at the right place. And there is a connection between all the parts of our body. My head cannot tell that he has to play the role of my foot. And I think it is the same thing with politics. You see that when we come to the issue of politics, man has his own role to play, and woman too. Reason why I, the advisor, Yusra, the founder, and Philly, the co-founder, and Rainatu, the financial director of the organization named Polythanks, we decided to do something to promote woman participation to vote, woman participation to social and political activity, but specifically in Chad, because the coming election in Chad is going to happen in a few times. So I will let the time to Yusra, the co-founder of this organization, to explain more about what we are doing and what we plan to do.
Thank you, Serge. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to tell you what we are trying to help to address and how we are doing it. Abraham Lincoln once said that democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. We totally agree with that. We also believe that democracy is the precondition, or one of the most important preconditions for sustainable development. But can we talk about democracy and so about development if more than 50% of a population, part of a population of a country is out of the political process? We don't think so. And that is exactly the situation in Chad, where women, and especially rural women, are out of the political process. So we are trying, as a Brain Box, Polythanks African organization, we are trying to be one of the change makers who are working hard to change that, to address this issue. We want to contribute to a sustainable development in Chad. And for that, we are working to make these Chadian rural women, who I can say who are the ones who know better than everyone the realities of the country. We want to make them a good part of the decision-making process. Now let me give the floor to Philly to tell you more about our objectives and what we have already achieved.
Okay, thanks, Yusa. As she said, I'm going to talk about our goals, our target group, what we are, our vision. So I think that our goal is to improve the level of Chadian rural women in political participation, to improve their vote account for their participation to the development. So, and secondly, we want mentor at least 2 women for local and legislative, 2 women for local and 2 women for legislative election. So, and after that, we have to also talk about what we did, our achievement, what we accomplished. So, we have mentored, trained more than 50% of Chadian rural in southern Chad. So I'm very happy to tell you what we've done in the past and what is our goals. So I give the floor to Raina.
I'm going to explain you why we need your trust and your support. We need your trust because, contrary to all the associations who have the same goal like us, we work with men who believe, who are aware of the importance of women in political process. We promote and we support rural women leadership, and we have in our brain box we have many experiences of each country that we see here, and like that we can impact more women, not only in our countries, but in all Africa. So the successful of this project will allow other countries to replicate in their country. And we're going to achieve our dream to see each rural woman, each woman in each country of all Africa to involve in the political process. I will let the floor to Serge, who will conclude.
So thank you once more. I want you to mention something. Yusra is from Chad, and I am from Central African Republic. These 2 countries are facing a difficult relationship. But we, as you see, we want to break this obstacle and be a kind of model for our 2 countries. And apart from that, the second part I would like you to mention is the support of Raina from Benin, Philly from Mali, with the other country. And also the last thing I want to mention is the interconnection between women and men in this 21st century. Reason why we ask you, if possible, to bring us a support, a financial support of about $25,000 and even intellectual support to achieve this project. Thank you for your attention.